No worries.
so much.
You must be Emily.
Emily.
So, oh, I don't have. Can you put it in the middle?
Can I just put it in the back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Is it your backpack? I don't know.
I'm fine.
It's okay. Is there another person coming?
No, there's no one else, so you can put everything there. Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't even. It was busy. It was like.
What's going on here?
So it's a market, but like presents for Christmas kind of market. But
I see.
I was doing poetry. I like write people poems.
You wait. Okay, hold on.
I know.
One thing at a time.
I was like, yeah.
you
Gonna
write
drop that one.
write people poems?
Yeah.
What's that?
So
Poems about people?
exactly.
Oh,
If
I
you go
see.
left
Okay.
through. Oh no. Yeah, so they'll like. I mean, it varies. People will be like, "Can you write me a poem about my mom?"
Oh,
And I'll give it to her for Christmas. Or
Okay.
like someone like was sat down and then she started crying and like her dog just died and so she wanted a poem about her dog and
okay.
it's you get like the whole range of human emotions and experiences and like
Did not
10
see
a.m.
that.
to-
Did not see this becoming this kind, that kind of a ride. Like, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I can write your
You're not-
poem if you
you're-
want.
You're not my everyday kind of people. Okay.
Sorry, I should put my headphones in and just look at my phone. No.
Oh no, I like the.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, I've never really talked to a poet, I guess.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah, no,
up?
that's what I do.
How did you figure that out about yourself? How did you
was-
get into it?
Really funny. Yeah,
You used some words and changed somebody's life, and you decided
kind of, yeah, like, how
this
did it
can
happen?
become a thing.
Well, it was that my friend saw it in me. Like, I would just do it for myself, like, write poems or, like, write her little poems. And then she was the art director at Squamish Arts Council.
Okay.
And so she asked me to write poems at this festival in the summer, during COVID, actually. As, like, an outdoor, they were trying to do, like, things that people could engage with, but, like, during COVID.
Oh yeah, the time when everybody figured out
All the
everything.
things. Yeah, so she was like, write a poem
That's good.
and they can, instead of being indoors somewhere, we could be on the street, like kind of like a busker.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I do it as a busker. And then I did it for her and I was really scared because it's just like people come up to you and you say like, I'll write your poem and like, I don't know if they'll think it's
you
good.
have
or,
like that time. Like,
yeah, like
give me
right
some
then,
background.
like, now. It's like I'm like, tell me what it's like what's going on for you, and they're like, I just quit my job, blah blah. And then you write them a poem like right then and there. But it was one of like the
Okay.
best days. Like for me, my sister was visiting, and she just happened to. She's actually like a real like a painter, artist, and an illustrator.
Okay.
And so my friend, who's the art director, was like, oh, well, she can just like draw people, like do portraits for them while they're getting their poems. So it was like this moment of my sister was with me, so I had like the moral support to do this weird thing. And then everyone loved my poems, and then my sister, they all loved her pictures, and so it was just this like really fun day. And after that, I didn't do it again till the next summer, the same festival. She asked me to come back, and then after that, all these people in Squamish just started to, like, I'm from, I live in Squamish, usually. I don't live here anymore. I lived here for 7 years. I just moved to the island.
Which island?
Vancouver Island. Do you know Victoria area?
I'm more of a Galliano Island
Oh
kind of
my
a guy.
gosh, yeah. Yeah, that's the next dream, to get to one of the smaller islands.
Oh
But
yeah, it's just something else out there.
have you been to Galliano?
Yeah, I lived there for like a couple of months.
No way.
Working on done like just volunteering at a garden
Oh my gosh.
and trying to catch some whales.
Catch some whales?
I mean, just
See them.
yeah, but
Right,
I
catch them with your
didn't,
eyes.
I didn't like get them. I didn't catch them with my eyes. Your point just kicks in every time, eh?
Yeah. Well, you said it.
Well, okay. Yeah, I didn't get lucky. Have you seen whales?
A couple of times on the
Couple of
ferry.
times. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would be my first in a long time. You know, when you want to experience a first,
Yeah.
I want to experience a first, and it's been a while since I experienced something a first time.
Yeah.
So whales were definitely. I camped out there for like 3 months. They did not want to see me, and
No.
so
You
I'm
wanted
gonna.
it too badly.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like every time I leave the island, people tell me, "Hey, the whales are here." I'm like, "Shut up,
no.
man. Like, what's wrong?" It's all good. It's all good.
My best was one time I haven't seen them a lot, but like just this one time on a ferry in the U.S. It was like
Which whale? Like the killer or the
I saw
orcas?
killer. I saw the orca. Orcas are the killer.
The orcas are the
Yeah,
killer. Okay.
but I saw the orcas like so close and like fully coming out, and it was sort of scary. I was like, "You're so big."
What were you on? Like what vessel were
like
you on?
a little ferry.
Oh,
like
really?
A smaller ferry.
They could have smashed your ferry.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, no, it was a bigger ferry. It was
Okay,
too
okay.
big for them to
Not that
smash,
small.
but it was like smaller than the BC ferries. You know, like
Mhm.
those. It's like maybe I could hold like 50 cars, not like 200 cars. And it was so cool. But it was like a day that I just wasn't even supposed to be there. I just like went.
Ah, see, that's how you need to do
Yeah.
it, not plan
Yeah, I was just like not expecting anything. But yeah, so you haven't seen them yet? Oh man. What? Do you live in Vancouver or you?
it. Currently, I'm living in Vancouver, but I move around between Chilliwack, Squamish, and the Galiano Island.
Okay, doing fire like.
I'm like a professional driver, so I drive the groceries from the warehouse to the stores.
Okay.
And then on my off time, one of my employers likes to give me more hours, so I had to pick up this car from Squamish.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, just mostly driving around.
How'd you get here to pick it up? Do you have to take the bus?
I took another car, so I dropped his car, and then he wanted this one back. So I'm just running errands and picking up people on the way. Why not?
Amazing. Does he sell cars?
He does, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
looking for a car. I was like
You're
looking
the
at this
right
car.
question. Wow, how did you guess that? Are you also mind reader? Like,
Yeah,
what's
kind
go-
of.
What's going on?
It's
here?
kind of a psychic poet.
All
This
right.
guy sat down and I said, "What's your name?" And before he said it, my brain said Rob, and then he said Rob. Just today, that.
Tell me something about my name. My name's Tenzi.
Tell you about it.
Yeah, like what's? You must have like, I don't know what
Intuition to know what
yeah,
it means.
Yeah.
Well, I know what it said. I know how to spell it because I've seen it. What do I know about your name? What languages? Tenzi.
No, it's just
It's just Tenzi.
yeah.
It's not like Hindu or any
It's Tibetan.
Tibetan.
It's Tibetan origin, but it's supposed to be Tenzin, but I removed the N because it's just too long.
Tenzin, Tenzi,
Like when I tell people it's Tenzin, I have to like repeat it and like
Tenzin,
be loud.
Tenzi.
But I'm okay with Tenzi.
Tenzi's fun. Tenzi is like
Yeah.
a light at the end, and Tenzin is more like.
Yeah, like I'm
Firm?
like, yeah, exactly, yeah.
But you're like both, but the Tenzi feels like it suits you.
Tenzi's okay for like casual encounters.
Yeah, the Tenzin
Tenzin's
is like
for
business.
like yeah, kinda.
Or like profession. Yeah.
Go on.
Well, Tenzin feels like
I feel like you've being
At-
evaluated.
at like a
It's good.
like formal. It's more formal. It's more like for like your parents to call you Tenzin. Tenzi is like your friends could call you Tenzi.
Yeah, but I go by Tenzi.
With your parents too? Tenzi?
Yeah.
Oh. So you've been going for a long time with Tenzi?
Yeah.
I feel like Tenzin is more serious. let's
life.
be here, like deep,
Oh,
deep,
you're right.
deep real, like
I was so
present.
tired of being Tenzin, man. Tenzin is too much work.
Tenzin style.
Let me just be Tenzi and flow.
That's yeah. That feels like right.
Okay, I really, yeah, you're a real deal.
Yeah, thank you. It's funny.
5 minutes in, yeah, you're a real deal. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
The poems, like people are like, I don't know. They just say like, how did you know that, or like things happen in the poem. So yeah, I'm in the flow right now.
I mean, now
this is the time.
now that we are in this sphere,
Yeah.
like where did this stem from? Your I don't want to call it escape because you're totally enjoying it. Your thing with words, you were like, words is it.
Yeah.
Words have power. Like when did you
Like for me, I
when-
think it's like words are spells. Like
when did it click
it's
for
magic.
you? When did it really click for you?
That's such a good question.
You were exposed to words pretty much all your life, but at some point in your life, you were like,
I was exposed to what? Like a lot of things.
like a lot of like words from just being a kid, right? Like
Yeah.
words were there all the time, but one day you were like, wait, these are not just words; they have more power than just being words.
Yeah. I think it was when I remember it was in grade 6,
Okay.
maybe, or grade 5. Basically, I started to learn about poet. No, it must have been before. I wrote stories in like grade 2. So
You were writing stories, and you were seeing what you were writing, right? That just became a world. As a kid, when you write, you just
it would be like my place where I could be, well,
create stuff,
create stuff and like.
or was it an escape in the beginning?
Well, I'm wondering if it was an escape or like a.
Like people
I think
quarreling in the background, and you were like, just give me a pen and paper, yo, I'm out.
Well, I think that's kind of actually real in a way. Like, I was just thinking one of the things I was gonna say was like I got in a fight with my brother and I wrote a poem about it, and I remember it feeling like really
Yeah.
moving the energy, and that was like
That's-
as a young
See,
kid.
that's when the energy moves, it just becomes a core memory, and you'll be surprised. These events, they become like life identities later on in life.
Yeah.
So one fight with your brother made you a poet. You should thank him.
Seriously, I should thank him. It did. I was like, that was when I realized how.
I don't want to fight you, but I
I
want
was
to
like,
take
I'm
this
mad.
out.
I remember it. I was like, I like wrote the poem and I didn't get like, and then I
Do you
didn't.
remember that poem? Though?
I can sort of remember it right now. It's like.
What?
It's like
what
I ran
must it
away,
be?
far away. I tried to slam the world away because I slammed my door. I blocked
I
myself
tried so
from
hard.
everyone. I cried with anger. I was filled with pain.
Oh.
Why does this always happen to me? He thinks he can do anything, like something like that. Like it was like an expression of what I was. I think it's like, I know what it is. So my family, my brother.
So many sisters are traumatized with their elder brother.
Well, he was my older brother.
Yeah,
so
like-
he's my older brother, and he got like, he was super loud. He
Oh
always got his
my
own
God.
way.
Is he a
My-
big guy too?
He's bigger, he's
oh
taller.
my god, you got that little sister trauma.
Yeah, and then I have like 2 younger siblings, so I feel like maybe my poetry came from
I see. The
I could
giant.
go and like express myself, whereas like no one else was really like listening to what I had to say except
That is so
my
funny.
journal.
I have a cousin sister in the same situation as yours.
Is she a writer too?
She became like a big government official.
Oh wow.
And I was like, where did this passion in you come from? She's like,
Brother.
yeah, a lot of venting up and like
Oh my
really
God.
needing that appreciation from the parents to like look at the girl instead. Like, why are you all gaga about the boy all the time?
Yeah.
So like she really took that such a notch off. I'm like, wow.
That's amazing. She like it made her try to like become even more powerful.
But like
And
in hindsight, she
visible.
also thinks like maybe it just kind of like destroyed me in the whole process. Like my life didn't have to be like this. But then I was like, yeah, but it also like created this version of you, right?
Yeah. Does she
Which-
like that version of her?
Yeah, it's just part. See, that's the thing, right? If unchecked for many years, it becomes part of your identity.
Right.
Now she's just this person who's like, she wants power. She wants power because she really wants power over her brother as a
Huh.
kid version. But that the kid doesn't exist. Your brother's married, like he's in a different country.
Yeah, it's not even the real thing anymore.
Yeah,
it's
he's-
like you're
he's
not
just-
even reality.
Yeah,
You're in,
like
like
he's
the
just
past.
out. And that's why I say like, most of the time you need to understand, like, we're all mostly living in our minds.
Yeah.
So we need to be careful what the mind looks like, because
Yeah.
it's a
Well,
life
like,
thing.
I feel like the poetry has become a healthy representation of the past. If it is stemmed, I mean, everything stems from the past in some way, but it's like, I feel like it's not something that's negative. It's like, it's really,
You're not harming anyone,
it's really
and you
good,
feel
yeah.
good.
And I feel good, and then they feel good. Like
Yeah.
everybody got a poem today felt really
There you
good,
go.
or like cried, or like felt maybe healing from some past. Where
Why
no-
are you
no one
hidden?
saw
Like, why
them.
are you not blowing up on like some social media scene?
I don't know. I think I never told the universe yet that that's what I want.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, but I don't hardly post.
No, but like you should post like your poetry. There's so many
Yeah.
poets on Instagram.
I know.
There's literally a group called Poets of Instagram.
I know.
And I used to follow some of those guys because there's 4 or 5 lines of this person's words that doesn't know what I'm going through in life, but it just feels nice to read that.
Yeah, because it like shares, it resonates with you to like your experience.
We need more poets in the social
We
media
need
scene.
more poets.
Get out there.
Yeah. 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 It's funny, like I write the poems and sometimes I take photos of them and then I will post them sometimes, but mostly I just like they just go with the person and they're gone.
I think like poetry and art is just, it's the most epitome of human expression.
Totally.
Like everything else is just gonna go, right? We're gonna have like space age at some point. Sure, we'll be like doing our galactic travels, but then what are you doing inside that capsule?
Yeah, what is
To entertain
like
yourself?
meaningful and fulfilling and
And
gratifying.
then those guys, like, can you imagine the space artists? Like, they would probably be looking at planets
I
and like,
love it.
yeah.
It's funny because the people, like I have people, because I've done this market that I just did today, like last year, and I've done the festival, so I had people coming, like there's all these things that people buy at these markets, but the poems, like people come to me and say, like, your
I've
poem
never
is
seen
so...
anyone like selling poems. Like, I wish
Yeah.
I would see that.
Yeah, and they're saying like your poem is on my wall still, or like I have 3 of your poems now. Like it's something that like they take home and it actually like they still matter to them, as opposed to like
Yeah.
they buy like a shirt and then it's like a shirt they have next week, you know? Like it's a different feeling. Or like they say like this poem you wrote last year like came true this year, like over the year.
I'm
'cause
so
it's, like,
happy I went outside my house today.
Yeah.
It's so great. When I drop
what
you
they
off,
say, yeah.
when you like leave me a review, can you give me like a 2 or a 3-line poem instead?
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
It would always be there. I would keep reading it, and others would
Okay.
read it too.
I would totally do
Let's
that.
go.
Let's write a poem about it. I wrote a poem for the guy I got a ride with on Papa Ride.
Oh yeah.
Up there, he was like, "You're gonna write poems?" Like, and then he was like, "Can you write me a poem?" And like, he grabbed a pen out of his car and like handed me it right then and there to like write
I
him
mean,
a poem.
I am tempted to do that, but I also like my intuition tells me,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna do that because
I get your intuition.
no, not just intuition. Just like if just someone's an artist, just don't like hound them all the time.
Oh no, but it was fine. Yeah, that's fun. That's funny. Yeah, like paint me a painting now.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like you think
Like a poem.
our
Yeah.
creative juices need to work? It's just work also. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a toll. And
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it on the ferry for people. And then they won't be on their phones the whole time.
you know what? As a suggestion, of
Yeah.
course, you don't need to take any of this, but I don't know your life before this event.
Yeah.
If you write your poem and if you like read them and if you like post it on the socials,
People will go
yeah,
viral.
of course, yeah.
Go
I mean,
viral.
the thing is like you have to be careful with virality and fame, right?
I
'Cause-
don't care about that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want lots of money.
well, I mean, that's also worse. In fact, if that's the core aim, then you will not make enough money with not being on the social media. Like, imagine if people knew your name.
Yeah.
If people are coming here, but just because they're happy that you're also there.
Oh my god. That would be amazing.
But that's your. I mean, if you want to, this is just leveling up your art and the talent
Yeah.
that the path that you've chosen.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I mean, people did come just because I was there this time. Like, some people were like, we were just talking about you being here, so we came today. But imagine if, like, a lot of people came just...
Yeah, you'll be like a main event, and then you'll be like called to places where they'll call you just so that you can read some of your poems.
Yeah, that would
And
be amazing.
then also like write a poetry book. Because
Yeah.
I mean, right now, the thing is, like, you have the it right now, whatever it you have, which is making you write all of this.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay around forever.
Wow.
Like, you don't know how you got it. Like, it got cultivated over the
Yeah.
years, but also it could go away.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta like monetize
Right
before
now.
that day comes where you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to write poems
Oh,
anymore.
wow. Yeah.
And that's gonna come. It happens to the best of people. So
Right.
like if you look at like J.K. Rowling, she can't write a Harry Potter anymore. That was her time.
Right, she hasn't written another...
She can't. Like, it took everything.
That's so true.
Like, it will take, especially your best artwork. Although
It's like your...
you will not know what your best work is. Like, I mean, there will be a difference between what you consider your personal best work
And what
versus
people-
what your audience considers your best work. It would be different things.
Wow.
So, but if the money is important, then you gotta think what the people want to read. But
Yeah.
when the passion is important, then you go with your own personal flow, because that keeps you going, makes you
Yeah, or
sustainable.
you find a way to do both. Like, she wrote a book series that...
I mean, initially what happens is, like, right now you don't know the market.
No.
You don't know who's gonna read it and what's gonna happen. So the first step is just to like mass write it. You
Right.
need to write so many poems and get them published, and then eventually you'll have enough data as to which poems are being
Like, which ones people keep sharing.
like which is
and
getting
which ones
popular,
get
which is
popular.
becoming a hit, which is trending or whatever.
Yeah.
And then from your own work, you'll start getting like ideas
Yeah.
of like areas. Oh, this is, people love poems on like heartbreaks. That's always like a
Totally.
seller. So I mean that I'm just guessing,
Yeah.
but things like that.
Things that they feel seen.
You need a manager. All right, I'm in.
I was just gonna say, are you a creative manager for artists?
I'm just a
You should
creative
totally
guy.
be that. Yeah.
I'm a solution offer.
This is great. I will take more. I will.
But you don't
What
need
do
to
I
take
need
more.
to- what do I need to do?
You just need to like think less, because right now that's what I see, right? Like, you have the
Yeah.
it that could go away tomorrow. So you
Yeah.
need to work fast, and work fast means like raw action. Write it, publish it, forget about it.
Write it, publish it, forget about it.
Yeah, just
which is what
promote.
I do with the people. So I just have to do that on Instagram.
But so that people like can go back to you, right? Like,
Yeah.
they can reference your stuff,
Yeah.
and then when you're onto that path, you can have like audience reactions. Like, record people when you write them the poem, the reaction that they give is just what's gonna like take you to the next level.
Well, that's what people. Yeah, that's like.
Record
You mean
them.
the audience will like
Yeah.
that, or the person, just the one person will like that I write
No,
the poem
the
for?
audience. Like, when I see a reel where someone's reading a poem that you wrote them, and they're like whatever expression they're showing,
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, who is this artist? Oh, her poems are good. Okay, where is she from? Oh, she's in Vancouver too. Is she doing something somewhere? Like that,
Right?
that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Where is she next? Where is she gonna be? So I
And
can go get a
you will
poem
meet
from
your
her.
people. Like, it's okay and so far you've been so lucky that you already met the people organically.
Yeah.
That has helped you keep it sustainable so long that you were not demotivated by lack of like audience. You got that.
Yeah.
Now you just gotta like take it next level.
Take it next level.
Give people, when they're coming onto you, just write your Insta handle there. Tell your audience to promote it if they like it. Like, don't
Yeah.
be like pushy.
Yeah. No. If you like it, promote it. If you have an event, invite tell people.
And even if all of this doesn't work out,
Yeah.
you still would have like left people with like tangible memories. Like,
Totally.
their poems are like hanging on at like people's walls and stuff.
People put them in frames. and
That's enough for you to like feel good.
Yeah.
It's not enough for like the pocket, but the pocket requires like the business mind.
Yeah.
You already have the talent. Just trying
the
to.
business mind. Yeah. That's fun. Yeah.
Emily, your name's already Emily.
Well, and my name for the poetry is called Poetry
poetry buck?
Well, it's poetry hugs.
Hug,
Because everyone
poetry
like wants
hugs.
to give me a hug after they get the poem. Because they're like, oh my god.
Are you looking for hugs?
I wasn't looking for hugs, no.
Okay.
But like, I mean, it's just
Exactly.
what
See,
kept
this
happening.
is important. This is like a business question right there. You know, like, do you write poetry to get hugs? I mean,
No.
it's okay if people can't stop themselves, but eventually, when you're like going big, yo, we need like bouncers.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you'll be on the stage. No one's hugging her. She's
No,
big
it's
now.
not either. Yeah, what do I want? Poetry. Yeah,
You don't have to do much because you're in a momentum right now.
yeah. Yeah, that
You
was
just
good. I
have
need
to-
to keep the momentum.
Yeah, make
When
it
I get home,
sustainable.
I need to keep making the momentum.
Like but you said, you probably write poems on the ferry. Good,
Yeah.
but like it doesn't take long to take a snap and like post it also,
Yeah.
and get ready for like actually accept criticism.
Yeah.
Try to seek out people who gonna say stuff like, "Oh, this is shit," or they're like, "I don't like
Yeah.
this." You're like, "Perfect. I'm gonna try harder to switch this person."
Oh, I love that.
Because if you switch a hater, that's like a loyal person now.
They love you then.
You switch to a hater, your fans are not loyal. Your fans are like brain dead.
Well,
But
it's
if
like
you
the
switch a
people
hater,
Or the people who walk by and they think they don't want a poem, and then they get one, and then they like always love poetry forever after.
I'm still surprised. In my whole life existence, I've not seen like a random poet just in the middle of like somewhere. That would definitely. And see, you would attract your kind of people
Well,
too.
that's what's crazy. Yeah, people walk by and then all of a sudden someone's just like boom, like a magnet. They want a poem.
They didn't wake up today thinking that they would like see a poem in the middle of a fair.
That's so true.
You just gave them a canon name in memory. Some of the young
Totally.
kids were like, this can become a thing. I can be this person.
Yeah.
You see,
I
you're,
can
you're
write poetry for people.
giving people dreams too. It's like, but then you gotta be smart and make it sustainable. Because
Yeah.
now you're like the poster girl for like poets in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, but you can always think like that.
I should
Who-
try to be the poet
Yeah, and
of
who's saying you're not?
Vancouver Island.
Who's saying who's the best poet I know in Vancouver? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I know any poet? Well, now I know one.
Well, now you know one. Yeah. And the difference too, like what I could be that's different that already is different is like there's other people who do typewriter poetry, but it's like very, very like academic kind of. Like they write poetry that's almost like beyond. Like J.K. Rowling wasn't like an amazing writer at first. Like she was, but she didn't write like the most academic type of like Pulitzer Prize writing. Like she writes like kids can read it, you know, like 8-year-olds can read it. And
But she did have the magic to create that world.
well, that's the thing. And so there's a lot of poets who like write really beautiful, like poetic things. But the thing that I do is like get to like the person like really opens up with me, and then the poem is very like they feel like this is perfect for me kind of thing, you know?
Can you write poems about groups?
About groups?
Yeah, like
Probably.
for an example, you can maybe write about like indigenous people here.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well,
because that way you just reach a group. You know, I know what you like. You like that personal interaction, but then
you take it to bigger and bigger.
your hours are limited. How many people are you gonna meet just like that? And versus if you never even meet these people, but still write them a poetry, like
Right.
a whole
About
group.
what that matters to them. Yeah.
Just an
That'd be
idea.
interesting.
I'm
No,
just,
I
like,
never
thinking.
thought of that. Make it like more collective.
But I mean,
Personal.
you have to just be careful that you don't go like full, like let me oil this out. Let me oil this.
No,
as
I
much as
don't
can.
want to. I think what I've loved about it is the organicness of it. Like it just feels good. I just like doing it.
Even if you have like,
I just want to do it more. It would just be nice if I.
even if you
Went to
end up with
more
like
events.
1,000 genuine poet enthusiasts
Yeah.
through your social media,
Yeah.
that's better than people who would like just pretend.
Yeah.
You know, like that way you'll have like these people.
Yeah.
And all of these 1,000 people, maybe 10 will just come to wherever you do your stuff.
Yeah, that's
Just 10.
true.
You don't need a big number.
Yeah.
It will become big the more authentic you are. And being authentic is the key. It is so
Yeah.
important. You
I'm
can't.
very authentic.
I mean, like that's what I mean. I mean, your competition is not going to be like another artist. Your competition would be AI. Like, yeah, you better be worried because ChatGPT can spin out poems too.
I know.
And the reader, your audience, they can't. Like, they'll have to be somebody else to tell the difference. So, yeah, you just gotta milk this before the machines really take over art as well. That's the
I gotta
word.
put myself on a 6-month.
6
Pretend
months
that
is
it's
a
gonna run out in 6 months. I
6
have
months is a
6 months.
fantastic timeline.
I have 6 months
You
to
don't
like
really need that much.
do it. Yeah. Do as much of the poetry as I can in the next 6 months. Pretending that it's gonna run out in 6 months. Yeah, that would be fun.
Do you have other like poet friends, people in the poet space? Do you guys interact? Or is it a
little
solo
bit.
thing? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
have
know.
a few. Like my friend's running like a poetry club now
Okay.
online where people come and write poems together.
Are you interactive? Do you guys share ideas, or do you guys
We
like?
share just poems, not like entrepreneurial ideas.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, the poem is going to be your everything else.
Yeah.
You just have to focus on the. I mean, this whole enterprise depends on you writing those poems.
Right.
Everything else is like it's secondary. The poems need to like hit the spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can I write about what they would like to read about?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So crazy.
What's the real museum like? Is it?
The one that I was there, the
Yeah,
railway.
I've
Well, it's like
been,
big
what is it?
trains from before, like from the beginning of the railroad,
Oh, I see.
and they have parks in there, and they host events there, or like also people go and there's certain times of the year
Oh, okay.
that you go and like.
Because
learn
I
about
was
the
like,
trains.
why is everybody queuing up to see a rail museum? This must
Yeah,
be the
no.
most exciting rail museum
Oh yeah,
in the world.
so funny. No, it is.
I was
it's
6 years old when I
full-
went to a rail museum. Never
Yeah.
again. But like,
But like adults now want to go? No, it was like
it's a whole event.
yeah, exactly. It was like people are selling like mugs and
Okay.
chocolate and coffee and sweaters and I don't know, art and all food. And
Kind of like farmers market.
it's like, but
they're-
not like
Craft-
vegetables. And
craft
Craft
market.
market. It's like an artisan craft market. It's like all people from Vancouver Island. Like it's all from BC. Everyone there is like a local.
Was there anyone selling
BC.
scented candles?
Yes, definitely. At least 2 people. There's a lot of jewelry. There was face.
I keep telling
creams.
people, if you run out of ideas, just sell scented candles, man.
Just sell
people
scented candles,
people buy
yeah.
that a lot here.
People will buy scented candles in really nice ceramic mugs. Yeah, so
Have you traveled outside of Canada?
yes.
Where?
I lived in Ireland for
Okay.
school for a year.
Why Ireland?
I was studying peace and conflict studies, and Ireland had a lot of conflict and had become peaceful, but their program really matched with my program, yeah, which was really beautiful and wild experience. Yeah.
You really need a vlogging camera, like wherever you go. Your whole decision process, your life is just absolutely artistic.
Thank you.
I went to Ireland because they took care of their conflicts, and I wanted to know how.
I wanted to learn about it.
I'm a poet, by the way. I'm like,
Poet.
wow, this is what life is all about, guys.
Yeah. And then I lived in Los Angeles
Okay.
and taught yoga there.
Okay, you're what kind of yoga?
I taught. It's like. Have you heard of Bikram?
Yeah.
But I did not.
Who hasn't?
I did not do Bikram. I did Moksha, or
Okay.
Moto it's called, but it's like Hatha yoga. It's just a sequence, and then also teaching Vinyasa and Yin yoga, and then
I only know Hatha yoga.
Yeah.
I discovered it. I never learned anything else. I'm island talk is back.
Yeah.
Islanders talk like this.
Yeah.
Getting eggs from my neighbor.
I just pick up my
Imagine doing that in Vancouver.
Right? It's actually hilarious.
It's like
just
the
like-
culture is like.
It's a
so-
totally different
People ask
culture.
me what's Canada's like. I'm like, which part?
I love that. Yeah, exactly. Toronto, Vancouver, Galliano, Salt Springs. Salt Springs totally different than
all
Galliano.
different, man.
Victoria, Squamish. Squamish is intense. Victoria.
Three months on Galliano, and I was like, I don't know how this happened, but I'm missing a hustle bustle.
Yeah.
So I moved back to Vancouver.
That's good. Yeah, because you're like a fast thinker and like creator. So Galliano's like go knit some things.
I mean, I was waiting for the whales. They didn't want to show themselves to me,
Right.
so I was like, I took the hint and
Not meant
was
to
like,
be.
okay, next season.
So that was this last year you were
This couple of months back.
like summer or spring?
Yeah, summer. Yeah.
Okay. Did you like the garden thing that you were
Yeah, I
doing?
did. I liked the people I was working with, and a lot of people kept coming in. I was a volunteer, so other volunteers kept coming in and going. I was more of a long-term volunteer. But this lady had a big farm and she had 2 cats.
Aw.
She was like, you know what? If you want to stay, you can stay here. I'm like, I don't really have any. I enjoy the base for a bit, so I extended.
Nice.
It was fun.
That's really fun.
This is what I like about Canada. Like people are like when they ask me about Canada, like what do you like about Canada as compared to like say suppose India? So I would say, the thing about Canada is that here the rich or the upper class or whatever, like they're still reachable people.
You can still hang out with them.
You can still hang out with them.
Yeah.
It's very human to human. Like it's just
Wow.
you can have conversation. In India, it's just impossible. The gates are so high, the security is so tight. You will never meet a millionaire face to face in India.
Wow.
Here in Canada, like anyone could be it.
And you wouldn't know.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't really know. The lady I was working with, she had a big farm, and like technically she's a millionaire. Her
Yeah.
farm's like
probably
really,
her land is
Yeah.
worth millions.
but she doesn't have like that millionaire arrogance.
Yeah.
In fact, she'd be telling me how broke she is all the time. I'm like,
You're not.
look at your land. She's like, yeah, but like it's not generating revenue. I just live here. I'm like, you're a very different kind of poor.
Yes.
The millionaire poor.
Yes. Yes.
But then I met her friends and even just people while traveling. Like it's just an open mindset here.
It's very true.
Just because I have $1 million doesn't mean that I will not talk to anybody else like a human. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
there's not this like sense of
I'm not talking the billionaire
superiority.
level. Like maybe the billionaire level is where they might get a little. Okay, I don't want to talk to you because I'm a billionaire. Maybe.
No, yeah, I'm thinking of like this man. It's like they live in this house that's like he like owns this giant. He won the lottery.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense though too, because he won the lottery and then he bought this like giant house on the ocean. And I was at the ocean and with some kids, and he like talked to us, and I was like, oh wow, he's like so friendly, but he's like lives in this like the most.
I mean, lottery winners.
Bigness.
If they get arrogant, then really we're living in dark times.
Yeah.
Like,
'cause he
where
was-
is your arrogance
He
coming
just
from?
won. Like you're just lucky.
If people find out I'm a lottery winner, I would be so humble. Like, I can't work anymore because there's no point,
Yeah.
and I can't really claim that I did anything in my life because I can't win. I can't earn $30 million that
I
I
just
just
won
have.
it. Yeah, I
Like, I
just
can't
won
do
it.
anything about it.
I would love to win the lottery.
How so? What would it change?
It would make so many things. So I would
What would it change in your life that is not financial?
have that. Well,
Like your money problems will go away, but will it
well, I
solve?
don't have money problems, but
Okay.
so it wouldn't solve any money problems. It would just bring more of the good things. So
It could.
like I would fly home more and visit my family.
Okay.
I would,
Like more than you do right now.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because I wouldn't have to work
Where's your family?
in Ontario. They're close. I would,
Do you not visit them once a year?
yeah, like once a year.
You would visit them like 5 times a year if you were a millionaire.
Yeah, because my sister
this side of the world.
Yes.
How so? Why? Weather?
The weather, the nature.
I'm guessing you're
The
born
ocean.
and raised in Ontario, right?
No.
Oh, no?
Born,
Okay.
born, but then raised a lot of different places.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been to Ontario, and I don't. Honestly, I can't find a reason to.
No.
No,
I mean,
right?
it's beautiful, but
Okay. Beautiful book than this? Like, look
no,
what we
it's
have
not
here.
more beautiful than this.
Okay,
It's
good.
beautiful in a different way. That's
Okay.
actually true. The lakes are beautiful in a different way.
Okay, they got big lakes.
The farmland and like the trees are different. Like, you know, see, this is all like these type of trees. There it would be like the fall. It's like lots of maple leaf trees and like color. You know, there's
Okay.
like a lot of color.
Okay.
This would be like all like yellow and red, and so it's
Okay.
beautiful in a different way. But it's very
No mountains.
there's no mountains. I just
Do you like the mountains?
I love the
Everybody loves the
mountains.
mountains.
Yeah, I love the mountains. I love the ocean.
They humble you up.
I love the trees. Exactly. Squamish was so humbling. Now the ocean and the forests and the island are calming.
It's like when I came to Canada, it's like the first time I felt so small in my life. Like I'm so small because this country is so huge.
So huge.
Like
There's so much space.
these stretches of land, they just go on forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god,
Totally. Yeah.
the whole city is so tiny, and I'm even tinier. Like Jesus
Right, and
Christ.
like compared to
And Vancouver
from
is so
India?
small. I've never seen a city so small. Like
Right.
just the lower mainland.
yeah.
Like you can just walk it off, and then you'll reach the ocean. Like what happened?
So
Yeah, the
funny.
city's over.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty.
It's also like expensive for no goddamn reason. Like holy hell.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely economic hell in the middle of that place.
Yeah. I don't even know what it's like living in Vancouver now, but do you live in Vancouver or like
Yeah.
South Vancouver or?
I live near Marine Drive.
Okay. Great. So near Bridgeport Station.
Right before that, like
Yeah.
Bridgeport would be Richmondish.
Okay.
So like
You're on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, it's very different. The thing is, like, every meal now in Vancouver
Oh my God,
is like
don't even-
$25, which is insane.
Man, what's happening here?
I don't understand. It literally just feels like it happened like in the last year.
And then like I look at the kids
Yeah.
who are
Yeah.
just eating out, right? They're at Starbucks, they just
Yeah.
spending their parents' money, and I'm like, oh my god. Like first of all, you should close down Starbucks. You should close down McDonald's.
Yeah.
Don't be having these 24-hour open places. Every night I go there at 1 a.m. Like
McDonald's?
yeah, like if I'm just doing a delivery or something.
Oh, right.
And I see people who are like, they're broke as hell, and they're buying these McDonald's meals. And I'm like, this is a perpetual cycle of brokenness that you will never get out of.
Yeah.
And then you gotta clip people's credit cards. Don't give people credit. Like here, oh my god, people don't even know what a credit card is. It's not your money. It's not your money. Do not touch it if you have no intention of paying it back. Because then you like use it, and then you get these monthly fees that you don't realize.
Yeah.
You're paying for that banker's vacation in the Bahamas every month.
But they'd rather have the thing now.
It's just so. But then like people are desperate, but the government should be smarter. What did the government here even do? They're like, oh, let's legalize all the drugs. I'm like, what kind of?
Government should stop.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like our IQs don't even matter right now. When people who are supposed to know stuff, they behave like this. You're in the government and you just think legalizing drugs in Canada, in Vancouver, is a good idea. I saw some old video about Vancouver, and this is like from the 80s. Someone's like so happy, like, oh, now you can get your drugs tested here. So guys, please get your drugs tested in Hastings. And this was like 25 years ago. And I was like, no one has any idea what this would become.
About getting your drugs tested.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at Hastings right now.
Right.
Like, you just,
Way worse.
why are you talking so much about drugs? Like, why do people,
Like,
what's with that open crack pipe smoking in downtown? Like, how? You can't do that in India.
you can't?
No, you get your ass beaten up by the public, by the police. Like, you can't even smoke weed openly in India.
Yeah.
It's a gray area. area, just like you can smoke, but like just don't get seen smoking it.
Yeah. So it's like the collective holds people more accountable.
Yeah, I mean we also have like the mob justice system in India where, yeah, if you do something wrong in public, suddenly the mob could turn against you.
Wow.
Yeah, like if for example, if I hit someone on a two-wheeler and I'm in a car, people would just like I'm to be blamed.
So it's like instead of having to go to a court like
Oh,
in a
man.
few months about it, it's like the
Yeah.
people just take care of it right then and
They
there.
would just get your ass beaten up. I went through in a situation, and as much as people hate the police, I really have a very different opinion about them. I'm like, you might not like the police because you can't even imagine what the society would look like if there was no police.
Which is that like more like India has less police?
No, India has a lot of police.
They have
India
a lot of
is
police.
super police. Because we have a lot of people, right? So if something goes wrong, we end up having just too many casualties.
Right.
If a bus falls, 100 people dead. Somebody opens fire, 500 people dead. Our numbers are so big. That's why securities are tight.
Wow.
Like you can't even go through like the metros or the SkyTrains without getting your bags checked.
Every time.
Every time, yeah. And even
Yeah, because there could be bombs.
even like movie halls and stuff.
Wow.
Just like that. It's just security everywhere.
Wow.
Not to mention the cameras everywhere. In the new 21st century, we are just being like surveillance is everywhere.
Just trying to keep the peace of everybody.
I mean, India's got like Pakistan and China as neighbors. They're both nuclear powered, and not in
Wow.
good terms with India. So
Not
if-
on good terms.
yeah, India Pakistan, long history of war and violence.
Wow.
India China also not good because China is always trying to flex its borders, trying to come in and in. So both have nukes. So India also has nukes.
Wow.
So it's just that.
Scary.
Like the battlefield between India and China, that 100-kilometer of stretch, is do you know how India and China fight? They fight with like clubs and bats. No weapons allowed.
For real?
Yeah, it's funny because these are nuclear powered nations. If they
Yeah.
really go to war,
Well,
it will be bad.
keep them from doing that.
So they have like other tactics. Sometimes when the clashes happen, like the Chinese soldiers have like knives and shit. Knives are okay. Melee weapons are okay. Like just don't be firing a gun. So if you fire a gun, the next thing is like tanks, jets, nukes.
Wow.
So it's such a tight thing.
So different than here.
Oh, and here is just
It's
like
like I'm not like I couldn't have imagined what it would feel like if I was like my nervous system like knowing if that the U.S. wanted to like potentially bomb us. It was like trying to like extend its borders up here.
if the US ever did try to do that, it will simply be like a walkover at this point. It's just it's just hilarious.
Their military is so much bigger than ours.
The only reason why Canada exists is because the US doesn't want it.
Right? They're like, okay, fine, we'll just live in harmony.
It's just too cold up here.
Oh my god, Keith. So look up. Next.
So if you take the Vancouver City Centre station,
Yeah,
that would be the fastest to get to Bridgeport.
yeah, that's where I have to go. I'm in like Bridgeport to, and is that at 5:30 that Vancouver
Yeah,
City?
this is the city center, yeah.
City Center.
And then you can get to Bridgeport.
Probably by like 6.
And Bridgeport should be another 45 minutes from Dawson.
Yeah, the problem with that one is it doesn't have buses all the time. It's like they have this one bus. Look.
What's your budget for a car?
Like 5,000 max.
Really? What kind of car are you looking for? You will
That-
get anything.
I won't get anything.
You will get anything in that. That's a
Yeah.
good budget. Yeah.
Well, that's the max.
Okay.
I mean, 3,000 would be better. But yeah, I guess like a Toyota, like Echo or Toyota Yaris or like Honda
Echo, the
Fit.
small one.
Yeah.
You're not looking for a big SUV.
No,
You want a small vehicle.
just small. Like the island, like I'm not going to be going like if I was in Squamish, you want it to go like up the roads and like the snow and everything. But in the island, it's like I just need to get it to like go into Victoria.
And how soon do you need it?
I mean,
Whenever.
whenever. Yeah, I'm not I'm like feeling I want one soon, like really soon. But I have a friend up in Courtney and I want to go see her in like 2 weeks. So I was like hoping I would have a car before that to drive up there. I don't have to, but yeah.
Do you usually rent cars too on the island, or?
I usually use like they have this thing called Moto car share
Yeah.
and Evo.
Okay.
But it's not like super close to my house, so just to get to it is still like a bit of a trip. Yeah, if it was like really close to my house, I would use it all the time. But otherwise, I just take the bus, and I have an e-bike that I like bike to the bus and then put on the bus and then go
Oh, I
into
see.
town. So it's like it's workable. It's just like now that it's dark and rainy, I don't want to ride my bike on these like farm roads. It's a little bit.
I mean, having a car is just super convenient.
Yeah, it just like makes your whole life open.
Did you
up.
ever have a car or no?
Not really. I had this van, like a
Like that
van I
one?
lived in. No, like a old like a camper van
Okay.
that I lived in when I lived in California.
Oh wow.
For like a little while. So I would drive it, but mostly it was like what I lived in. So I didn't drive it. You know, it wasn't like a drive around the city kind of thing. It was like park it and then be there. So I haven't ever had like my own car that I just drive around to get places.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, so it's a big change, but I'm ready. Feels like time.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I drive a lot.
Okay.
I drove like for this family that I worked with their kids. Like I drive all the time
Okay.
with other people's cars, but I just never wanted one.
I mean, if you get a car, you should like use it, cause I mean, here in the weather, you know, it's
Well, I will use it. Yeah, like I would use it now. That's the thing. I was like, I won't really use it. I don't need it. My work was like in Squamish. I could just bike to work, so it was like I don't need it, and I could just walk to the grocery store. I live downtown, and now where I'm living, it's not that convenient, and so it's like there's that hurdle to like even go get groceries. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh, I don't know if I feel like it.
the weather's not getting any better either. So
No. So yeah, so I don't know what's the hookup you have for people selling cars.
it's just a unique situation every time, right? Because
Yeah.
you're going to be buying a used car, and so you need to yeah, I mean, your strategy is okay, because keep 3,000 for like just the base buying price,
Yeah.
but also expect like at least 1,000 or 2,000 like repair work.
Yeah.
That usually happens.
Like in the same year kind of thing, or like right away.
Just have that money ready, because it's a used car, right? You don't really know
Yeah.
what it's like. And I mean, I can only offer tips at this point. Like, when you try a used car, make sure it's like cold.
It's gold.
It's cold. Like, it's not like running hot or whatever. Like that guy keeps it running when you arrive. No, it should be cold.
Oh, like turn it on myself and
yeah,
drive it.
yeah, it should have been like left off,
Yeah.
like when you arrive. Like, you just gotta touch the hood and make sure it's not hot.
Okay.
Because you know, people can get the car running on the day of the sale
Right.
by doing all kinds of patchworky stuff.
Oh God.
So like you can even like drive away, like it will be working, but you reach your home and next day it's not started.
Right.
So just to avoid that, you just mention them like, hey, I would like to like cold start the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, just keep it in your garage, don't do anything, I'll come, run the ignition.
Yeah.
And then if they give you a test drive, you gotta like full blast the AC.
Right.
and because that usually like puts a lot of pressure on the
And-
engine. If anything's gonna go wrong, it should be
Then.
in there. Yeah. What people don't do on the old cars that they're selling is nobody likes to replace their brakes
Okay.
because it's an expense.
So try the
So
brakes.
they will probably be not good. That's going to be your expense. They usually
Wow.
cost like $600.
Okay.
Because old people, when I got this car, like the brakes were just messed up.
Oh.
So I replaced the brakes. I had to replace the wiper transmission because that wasn't working. And then since it's a used car, it will have like some things that don't really work in it.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
like
I
don't be too
care.
like like it's not a new car.
It's like if the passenger side door is
Yeah,
like
stuff like
sticky,
that.
Like I'm like whatever, I don't
Like
care.
a
I
cracked
just
little
need
bit
to-
cracked windshield. Like
Yeah,
it's nobody wants to like that's everything in a car is like $400 or $500 expense, no matter
Okay.
what happens.
That's good to know.
So yeah, so it's better to have that money left because
Yeah.
sometimes people they go all in on a used car. And
Right, like
then
yeah, like if I did the $5,000, then I
if
wouldn't
it
have
breaks
anything.
down,
Yeah.
and the car's just sitting on your lot,
Yeah.
like you don't have the money, and then it's going to be a problem.
And then no one's gonna buy it either.
No one's going. Yeah, people need to buy a working car at
Yeah.
least. At least.
Yeah, you have to start with that. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my friend has an SUV that he's trying to get rid of for around $3,000, but it's an SUV. That thing
Takes
just
too much gas.
too much gas.
Yeah, no, I
too
need
much gas.
like not
That's why
a lot of
found
gas.
like okay,
yeah.
small
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah, but
This would have been perfect for you, but I kind of need it.
yeah, you kind of need this car.
Like I can't
Good
even.
one.
Like I'm thinking of like maybe switching this, like getting selling this and buying something else. But then I'm like, like this is a bloody reliable car.
Yeah.
It just gives me a lot of peace. Like I drove you from Squamish,
I didn't
turn the
even
ignition.
worry about it at all.
It
yeah.
just works.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If I sell this and still buy a used car,
Might
like
not.
it might. I don't know how safe that is.
You don't know what its little problem might
I
be.
just got lucky with this one, so
Yeah.
just stay with it. Like
Yeah.
it's not the money's not a thing. I would just drive this car as long as it's running.
Yeah.
The day it stops, okay, buddy, you did good. I don't need to worry about like repairs. The repairs are going to be more expensive than the car. And then there are like brands, right? Like the big brands, the Lexus
No.
and the Land Rovers. Do not get used cars like that.
No.
My friend replaced the key in the used Land Rover he got. It costed him $300.
To just replace the key.
Replace a key?
Yeah, because it's
I'm like,
like.
yo.
I remember my friend had an Audi. Well, her husband had an Audi.
Yeah, Audi again.
And
Don't buy used
he-
Audis.
To like get
Holy
a windshield
shit.
wipers, the windshield wipers needed repaired.
Yeah.
It was $1,000
Oh my
for
God.
windshield wipers
Oh my god, no.
from the Audi place.
That's
She was like, "This
terrible.
is ridiculous. I don't understand."
And if you see all these guys with Teslas, right? I find it hilarious. Like I see Teslas all scratched up, smashed. No one's got money to like repair a Tesla, man.
Okay, what's happening with this being recorded? What are you gonna do with that?
Nothing. This is just my dash cam. It's like
Because if
ICBC
anything
stuff.
happens, yeah.
I get smashed sometimes.
I saw stuff where
The
people
one-
like pretend to like they on purpose get people to smash them, and then the dash cam shows.
Yes, yeah, it happened to me. That's why I like the guy told me because I told the ICBC guy. He's like, "Do you have a video?" And I'm like, I'm not making videos." He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, make videos because really, it's not like a your word against his word situation. One of you needs to have the evidence
Wow.
because then otherwise, without the dash cam, I can just be like, "Hey, someone just smashed my car." Like, how do they know you're not smashing your own car?
Right, like that you didn't just go into.
Yeah, you could just smash your own car and be like, somebody else did it. No, show it to them that somebody else did it.
Oh, that's really smart. So
I
you just
mean-
have that always, like whenever
Yeah.
you're driving, you just turn it
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Have you ever had it so you used it?
I mean,
yet?
someone just like backed up and like hit my bumper. So I'm like, if it's something small, I don't really
Yeah.
care. But like for a real situation, if someone like just decides to, because I'm driving around Hastings and people there don't follow the traffic lights when they're crossing the roads.
Right.
So if I hit a person, I'm so screwed. But if it's on camera that he's not supposed to be on the road, I'm safe.
Wow.
Yeah, your whole life, whether you go to a jail or not, can be saved if you just have a video.
Wow.
So yeah, again, no matter
So
what,
smart.
no matter what car you drive, old, new, doesn't matter. You're on the road.
Get
You're
one of
risking
the
everybody's
dash
life,
cam.
including yours. Just record. I don't have a dash cam, so I had an extra phone.
And then
So
you just recorded it.
I just
So
recorded,
smart.
and then I just like delete the videos because the memory's gonna run out.
How do you get the one where it's like the little, like it's showing us and it's showing that? Like, how does that work?
This was a feature in my Android phone. I got lucky with it. Like it has like both the cameras running.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Because again, like I thought, like I don't need my face,
Yeah.
but then the ICBC guy told me, you know, sometimes, sometimes I don't wear my seatbelts, so like
Wow.
they will not insure you if you are not wearing your seatbelt.
That's right.
So I have to like get it on camera. Hey, my seatbelt's here. Okay, pay me my money.
Wow.
Yeah, the insurance companies, they
They
will
do not
try.
want to pay you.
Yeah, they will
They're
try
not-
everything to not pay you. So you
Wow.
gotta have your own case ready. They're not handing out
Yeah.
money. It's their job.
Wow. I'm just thinking of this one time when I got in an accident, but like the guy hit me, but nobody had it on film or anything. And then he totally tried
Look
to
at this
pull-
guy. Look.
Yeah.
You see that in the
Yeah.
middle of the road?
And then you'd have that on there to be like, this guy came out of nowhere. And then that guy could be like trying to get you for hitting
And
him.
also, like these days, if you've noticed, like now we're living in a very multicultural society. Everybody's working with different value systems. Back then, if you hit someone's car and the person's not there, you would still leave a note. You know, like, hey, I hit your car. Sorry, this is my insurance number. Or this is my phone number. That's not gonna happen today. You're gonna come to a parking lot. Someone just rubbed your car off. Like nothing, no note. They just ran away. So if you can get that on camera, holy shit, that's more money. Because now he smashed your car and he ran away. That's double money. But of course, I don't have it running when I'm not in the car. I don't. It's just too much work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to risk it.
Yeah, you just have to.
But most of society is gentle. You see,
Yeah.
they're not trying to hit me. Even
No.
if he does, it would probably be accidental. So
Accident.
it's all good. Look at this Jeep. The window.
Wow.
He doesn't have the money to get that window fixed.
Who just does that?
Because it's like a Jeep. It's a $2,000
Right.
car.
So that
The window is like $400.
the window is going to cost
He's
more. He's like, I
yeah.
don't care.
Same with the guy, my friend who has the Land Rover. One of his windows is smashed like that. I'm like, I don't think you're ever gonna get that repaired. He's like, nope.
And a Land Rover. Yeah. When we get there, I'm going to like literally run and jump out because I checked the.
You should, yeah.
It's like the I have to literally catch the next train, and then it will be at like 5:55. I catch the bus, so I have.
I
to,
mean,
like,
the
go.
train's faster. Like, it's probably the fastest way right now.
No, it is. It'll be faster than the car.
Yeah.
But I just mean I looked and I was like, okay, this is what I gotta. I think it will work out if I just run. And then catch it. Grab my stuff.
Who's waiting for you at home? The cat?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Did you just arrive today? Or yesterday?
No, I came on Friday.
Who's feeding your cat?
My boyfriend went there last night and fed him and stayed the night.
Somebody
there.
needs to do that cat duty.
Yep. So he was there with him for like.
You let your cat probably goes out, right?
He used to, but now he's not allowed anymore because he terrorized the other cats on the farm because he wanted to be their friends
Oh, I see.
and they were too scared of him, and so then he has no social skills. He's kind of like dumb.
I was cat sitting on the island. Like, that's how I got for the first time
Oh,
in my
no
life.
way.
Yeah, that's how I got
That's
into
it.
like became a cat person. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, they need.
Cats are different.
They're unique. Yeah, he's like such a person.
So much
and-
personality. Yeah.
Yeah, he
They're
wants
like
like
dogs. They
he's
just
like
come
a-
when you call them.
Yeah, no, he's such a funny cat. So he was like going out for the first 2 months I lived there, and like he just would go up to the other cat, like
I see. Yeah.
wanting to its friend, and the cat would like give it signs, like literally like meow at it and hiss at him, and he would just like go closer, but
Mhm.
not like aggressively.
Mm.
But then he chased one of them one time, and then my landlord said like, I don't want him out here because he's terrorizing my cat, and I was like,
Oh, the landlord also has a cat.
yeah, exactly. So now he lives inside, but he has a little catio. Like I made him a little like
You
you
should
can
say
come out the
catio.
window. Yeah, it's like a little patio for a cat.
Is that? Did you just make that word up?
No, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
I built it, a catio. You can look online. And
Oh
there's,
my
like,
god,
all
God.
these,
It's
like,
a new word I learned.
there's, like,
I was so
it's
excited.
amazing. You
Catio?
should learn about it.
I love it.
There's people who make like the most intricate catios. Like literally,
Oh,
their
yeah,
cats
yeah,
are like
I've
out.
seen it, yeah.
climbing everything. My cat does not have that. He just has a
I
very
used to
small
watch
patio,
like
but at
live
least he
stream
can
cat
go.
videos where someone's
what?
just live stream cat videos
Oh my god.
where someone's just put a camera inside like a cat store.
And you watch the cats.
Yeah, there's like 20 cats doing all kinds of shit.
Oh my god, they're so funny.
Cats
Those
are
so
hilarious,
funny.
yeah. I like the fact that they're able to find something to keep themselves engaged by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they appreciate your company, but they're also able to keep themselves engaged.
Yeah, well, my cat just sleeps. Is
Okay.
that engaging?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think he's depressed though because he was liking being an outdoor cat. So I think he's just going through a transition right now.
That's, yeah.
I think he'll get happy again soon. He is getting happier actually.
I don't know. Like, I had a cat. I mean, the person I
sitter?
was with, cat sitter, the cat got injured, right, from the neighbor's cat. We don't know how it got injured, but we had to keep the cat indoors now, and the whole personality of the cat had changed.
Yeah, mine-
Not so much for the good. It's
No.
always very like scratchy all the time now.
Do you think he's still like that though? Because mine was like that for like a month. He was crying all
They
the
could
time.
get used to it.
Yeah, and then he was like scratching at the door, but now he's kind of like learned that this is his life and he's making the most of it. It feels like he's like happier now. And he
What do you
purrs-
feed
he
the cat?
purrs again. Like a mixture of wet food and dry food. Like wet food at night and some dry food in the morning.
2 times a day.
Sometimes a little bit in the afternoon because I like.
You share your food. You gotta drop it in front of the cat, right? Because they're looking at you like, why are you eating and I'm not?
Yeah, he like gets sad and I go to the fridge and he comes and he's like, why not me too? So
Oh man.
yeah, he's funny. He's a funny cat. He's a very smart cat. He's
Is he gray or is he black?
He's a orange and white cat.
Orange and white. Wow.
Yeah. I'll show you really fast. It's yours is shy and mine was really intense, but my friend just sent this photo of him.
Ooh, something's happening here in the library. The art.
Oh, that's so cool.
What are they doing?
Oh yeah, I don't even know what it is. It's like some sort of Lumiere.
Whole of humanity just wants to get fascinated by sounds and light.
I was looking for something to make everything worth it. Oh my gosh, okay. This is my cute cat.
Can I stop here?
Well, but I have to.
A
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, you can. I'll just do it. Anyways, that's my cat.
Oh.
He's cute. I will grab my stuff.